I feel like I owe y'all this video. What is good, everybody? It is Decrypt back with another fucking video. It doesn't really feel like it, but I just recently moved into my own apartment and I'm realizing that I'm getting old. I'm only 20 years old, but I've been trading for 4 years now and I've never really looked back at how far I've come. And I don't really even feel like I've made it anywhere. You know, there's people that have way more than I have and have accomplished way more than I have. But here are 4 things that I've learned along the way. Number 1 being that when you're looking at the charts, you don't necessarily have to have all these crazy indicators, all these different patterns, this and that, bada on your screen. When you look at my charts, it's simply just price action, liquidity, break of structure, supply and demand. You don't see any, I'll use a fib retracement here and there, but you don't see anything beyond what you see on the screen right now. So don't overcomplicate it. It's not as complicated as you guys make it out to be. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? Number 2, and this one's really big. I kind of want to get into this because, as you guys know, the trading community is super toxic. It's hard to find people that are actually positive, you know, out there and trying to actually teach people and not necessarily just say, hey, I do this, I do this, I do that, da 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 da. Oh, this guy doesn't know how to trade. Look at what he's talking about. There's no right way to make money in this market, right? Obviously, there's strategies that work. There's things that don't, but you know, there's no reason for us to be shitting on each other, talking shit, this and that. I promise you, if you have an ego in this market, it's because you're letting your emotions get to you. And what does that tell me about you? Is that you don't know how to control your emotions. If you can't control your emotions, how are you gonna be a good trader? You know, so automatically tune those people out because you don't want them, you know, affecting your energy. You gotta protect your energy. And to become a good trader, you have to avoid tapping into those emotions. You know, I have an analogy that I use. When someone is drowning, they're gonna drag you down to pull themselves up, right? So when you're afloat, make sure that you're pulling people up, make sure that you're helping people out because it's gonna go a long way. Karma is real. You get what you receive, or what the hell did I just say? You get what you give. You know what I mean? You know, it's us against the markets, not us against each other. Regardless if you're profitable or not, help people out. If they want the help, you know, teach them what you know. Obviously, you know, everyone wants that mentor. Everyone wants that person to help them out. But there's only so many people out there that can genuinely help people out. Teach people what you know. Obviously, don't charge them for it. If you're not living out your parents' house, if you're not profitable, you shouldn't be charging for a service. But teach people, because the more you preach, the more you teach, the more it's going to be stuck in your head, right? So it's going to benefit you. Don't think that, you know, you don't know enough, because if you're learning off of people that do know what they're doing, I promise you that's all you need to know. And all you got to do is practice it, right? So teach people what you know. It's going to be stuck in your head. It's only going to help you out. It's us against the markets, not us against each other. Come on. Another thing is that less is more in this market. When it comes to being consistent, consistent is more than just being green every day, right? Consistent is taking the same trades, taking the same amount of trades, using the same position size every trade. You know, that's called being consistent, and that's what will lead you to having consistent green days, is doing the same thing every single day. Because when you're using proper risk management, risk to reward, and position sizing, you know, that's gonna have you winning more trades and holding on to those winning trades a lot longer than you're losing trades, right? Because if you're playing heavy, you're gonna be scared, you're gonna be sitting there biting your nails like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Da da da. And then you sell the trade for a loss when it really goes your way. Versus, for example, we'll say you have a $10,000 account. You risk $1,000 per trade. Your maximum loss is maybe 10 to 15%, so $100 to $150. Now imagine you lose a trade, right? You lose $100 to $150, right? 10 to 15%. But imagine you just automatically enter with what you would have lost already, $100 to $150. So enter the trade with $100 to $150. Watch that trade go 300, 400, 500%. You're gonna be able to hold your winners a lot longer. Build that consistency, scale out. Less is more, stay consistent. Consistent is more than just being green every day. So take your time with it. Less is more. Quit trying to get rich. You know, obviously you gotta have a certain amount of capital to make a living off of this, but don't focus on making a living off of this. before you're even profitable. Don't get the misconception that you have to make a lot of money to be profitable. You can be profitable off the jump. You can be profitable when you're ready, right? As soon as you start withdrawing those profits and taking this advice, you're profitable, right? You don't have to make your account go green if you've lost a certain amount of money trying to chase these losses. Start being consistent today. It's about what you start doing right now and not yesterday worried about how much money you lost, And then number 4 is you gotta have a life outside of trading. I like walking my dog. I like going out to eat. I like traveling. I like playing video games. I like making content. I like making videos. So you have to have a life outside of trading, because if your only focus is trading, you're gonna be so cluttered up here when it comes to actually sitting down and having to work. You got to treat this like a business. And I guarantee that when you have a job, say you have a job right now, you're not going to want to go home and only talk about work. I mean, obviously we all want to talk about money and how to make money in different ways, this and that. Me personally, when I'm out eating, I'm not trying to talk about trading, right? I want to eat, enjoy the food. I want to be with my girlfriend, my dog, my family, you know, enjoy just time away from the screen, because when I'm back at it, I want to be able to put my full focus without thinking that I'm overworking myself or cluttering my mind, this and that. So set a certain time for you to learn whatever, dabble into it here and there. You don't have to sit at your screen for 12 to 15 hours a day, you know, try to figure out how to get rich. Practice consistently, practice the strategies consistently, discipline yourself, and that's all you really need. But those are really the biggest things that I've learned over the 4 years that I've been trading. I recommend you guys do the same. Like, don't get stuck looking at the screen all day. Once you're done trading, you're done. Quit looking at the screen. I promise you, you're gonna clutter your mind up. Practice, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. I promise you. But yo, it's been Decrypt. I hope you guys have a hell of a good day. I'm out of here. Peace out, man.